Hello everyone, hope you all are doing okay. Here's another practice video. I think this may be my 5th time out on the course this year, not nearly as much as I thought I was going to get. I started practicing with the chips, going to the closest pin, then to the next, then to the next, and to the next. There's only 4 out there, and this one right here in the front, you see I realize I have to land it a little short of the green on the fringe, so that way it gets close. The next one, then of course you have to give a little bit more. I'm using the sand wedge. I only use the sand wedge out there on this day, and you can see that the greens are all been sanded and aerated, so that makes it also a little bit different how the ball's going to react. I wanted to play actually maybe out there on the normal course, but all the greens were aerated, and I didn't see the thing of wasting my money for that, because it just doesn't give you the same response and everything as if you're actually playing normal. And like I said, it's not as fun. My tube here has 20 balls in it, so I went through only these 20 balls. I only did this one time video. I went on it at least 4 or 5 times back and forth. I go from the other side of the green, pitch over, and do the kind of the same thing. Like I said, I always try to switch up the target so it's not as boring. And it's, like I said, I'll do a couple balls at one, and yeah, like I said, I think that helps to keep it a little bit more interesting. So you can see here, I'm not a pro. This one I flubbed. I'm not sure if I made it to the green, but it was definitely not a good one. Like I said, I'm already coming back to this front pin again. Also, this has been a year since I've had these clubs. Haven't used them a whole lot in the year, but you can see I'm kind of gripping down. Like I said, that's one thing I learned. Like I said, to grip down on it, because it's, like I said, it has the 7-iron length. But I'm totally satisfied with the way they've been working, and with the shafts that they're being graphite, because I never really had graphite shafts in my irons. I like them. Like I said, the rounds I played are the 2 or 3 rounds I played within this last year with them. I was totally happy with the way they responded and everything. So that was the last practice here on the green. I'm going to be going up to the driving range. Even though I agree with Simon, you probably shouldn't call it a driving range, because you're not only hitting driver. I only hit a few drivers, unless I'm really having a problem with it. Here I start off with my approach gap wedge, and I'm doing full swings with it, unlike Simon. I'm going to put a link to his video, what he just did and posted, because the fact that it shows how he goes through his range session. I kind of do it a little bit different. I try to I start with my clubs and I work my way up, because that's how I saw a lot of the pros do that. Like I said, they'll work from the lowest club and go up, and then normally I do work my way down. Like I said, go back from driver and go down and hit, like I said, the other side of the bag. That was the gap wedge. Go to a 9-iron now. Started off good, huh? So yeah, that was kind of a bad shot, but I actually, with the only club I was really having a hard time out with here on this range session was actually the 4-iron. All the other ones I hit, actually majority, like I said, I'm gonna go with 75 to 80%. I was hitting them all really good. The 4-iron I worked on quite a bit. You'll see that actually I probably hit more balls with the 4-iron than any other one. But that had more to do with tempo. And one thing I've been working on with my Fee Golf, or however you want to Pi Golf, to club simulator, is actually coming through the ball. That was one thing I was always having a hard time with. Oh, that was the first good one with a 9. So a couple more shots with a 9. So one thing I think I've gotten better at is standing up to the ball, and that's especially because of the fact that this is the one length from the 8th down to the sand wedge. they're all the same length as a 7, so that helps me stand up a little bit more, which I think has helped me in those clubs. Now we go with the 7. So you see here, I finally remembered, oh, I have alignment sticks. I can put those down. So I put those down and hit with those. Like I said, I started off with a 7. I think I pulled it a little bit. And here I'm aiming out to the right, so that way I get a little bit of a different shot. Like I said, not always hitting out straight. Pick the different aiming point. Always also aim to the ground in front when I'm aiming. I don't just aim out to the spot in the distance. I might have cut off my head in the picture on some of the, actually when I swing, so that way I can kind of zoom in so you can kind of see the ball a little bit when it takes off. Like I said, that's one thing about this range. It's always pointed out towards the sun's behind you, so you can't really see, your ball after it takes off. So, like I said, I wish I could get it to where you can see the ball a little bit better. Oh, I'm going to try the 3 hybrid. Right behind this range is also a school, or I think it's some kind of a school. That's why you always hear the kids out there playing or whatever. And the 3 hybrid here, I've been hitting this really good out here on the range. I just never have a chance to use on the course. I need to maybe try to get on the tee and use it maybe off some of the shorter par 4s or something. Got the 3 wood. So you can definitely hear and see when I hit a good shot. Like I said, with the hybrid, I hit a few good ones. That's why I stopped. Like I said, I don't hit too many of them if I'm hitting them good, so I just kind of stop when I'm hitting them good. I think you can tell I pulled that one. This 3 wood, I got it last year, and I've only hit it a few times on the course. I'm not even sure if I used it yet. Like I said, I've practiced with it on the range. Like I said, I need to use this one also on the course on the short par 4s. Oh, that was the 3. Really good. I'll have to start using this more on course. Got a driver. Have 2 pieces of lead tape. See how this is going to work. My driver is the same length as my 3 wood. It's around, I think, 43.5 inches. And with the 2 lead tape, this also helped me with the sound. I think before it really was a real loud sound. But I've hit this thing from day one that I got it. I only paid like 35 euros for it. Hit it great. Like I said, I always hit it pretty straight. Here, I think one thing that did with my lead tape made it to go where it's not, I'm hooking as much. I'm going maybe a little bit more to the right. I was complaining because the maintenance guy is out there. He's driving around with a lawnmower, but it doesn't have a cage on the damn thing. So to me, it makes no sense why he does that at this time. Why doesn't he come out earlier or whatever? Like I said, because normally there's no one out there, like, probably 6 or so, but like around 8 or 9, there's people out there practicing. Have my switch back. Better hit though. Here's what I said earlier. I was this is my practice with the 4-iron. Maybe I should do the 4-iron practice maybe after the 7-iron or something, so that way I have better tempo. Because when I always do it after driver, or when I'm coming back down from the longer woods, I always have tempo problems. Like, so when I go up, maybe because this time I went up the odd side. Like, so you see, I've hit a lot of bad shots. Like I said, I think it's all been tempo. And like Simon, I also cut in between the shots. I didn't just hit like one right after the other, like I said, because otherwise the video would be way too long. Switch to 6-iron. So with the 6 and the 8 that's coming, like I said, I've hit really good shots, and I wasn't done with the basket yet, or the bucket, and then I hit some more 4 and 5s, but I didn't show that in this video because the fact it'd just be way too long. Do a couple of 8. That was too fast. So as you can see, I did leave the bad shots in there. I didn't cut those out. Like I said, I didn't hit everything perfect. I hope you all have a good weekend that's coming ahead, and I appreciate all watching even these golf videos, even though some of you guys have nothing to do with golf. I appreciate all the support. Thank you, guys.